By the Bay, I'm David. Okay, this is going to be the third installment in this series of how the Pennsylvania rally incident impacted Donald Trump and his family. I've done readings on Donald Trump and Melania Trump, and now we're going to go jump into Ivanka here. I was thinking I might do Don Jr. first, but I think generally speaking, people are going to be a tad more interested in Ivanka, simply because she was in the White House as a senior advisor, and now she's totally distanced herself from Donald to the point where she's now taken on the last name of Kushner, as she and her husband tried to really distance themselves from Trump and the criminal liability of his tenure in the White House. Besides, Jared has a $2 billion hedge fund, which pays him $50 million a year plus in management expenses. So they've got their own cash. That's like, you think about it, $50 million a year. That's like winning the lottery every frickin' year that he's managing that fund. It's just one way to look at it. Imagine winning the lottery every year, and it's not it's not the 3.5 million or the 7 million or even $100,000 lottery. It's 50 million bucks. He might only get to keep half of it, but it's a business expense, so it's going to be different. But if it was personal income, he'd get to keep half. That's $25 million a year net. That's what, $2 million a month, and $1 million bonus at Christmas time. Good job if you can get it, man. Tell you what. What mansion shall we buy this month? Oh, Lordy. Talk about having a silver spoon born in your mouth. So the gravy train doesn't... If Donald Trump were shot and killed, this does not impact Ivanka's gravy train even a little bit. Unless, the Saudis decide that they're going to pull that hedge fund from Jared. But at this point, he's managed that fund for a couple years. He's made, $100 million bucks or more. He's doing fine. And now they're looking at building luxury towers off of Albania or in the Mediterranean or something like that. So, life's good. Life's going great for her. All right, so... How's Melania? How does Ivanka? Did I say Melania earlier? Ivanka. I had a picture of Ivanka in my head. And let's not even... It's Stormy Daniels and Ivanka, not Melania and Ivanka. Nobody's going to mix those two up. How did the shooting of Donald Trump impact Ivanka? Right? Let's see. 3 of coins. Well... just saying, she's living her own life at this point. She and Jared have gone dark. They've got money coming in from sources that, if Hunter Biden and Joe Biden should be investigated for $5 million from China, they should be investigated for $50 million a year from the Saudis. It's almost like, somebody shot her dad. I'm sure she was shocked by it. But she's out there living her best life, creating hotels and making her own life on this one. It's almost like, Donald's going to have to die at some point. But she doesn't need his money. Crossed with the 7 of Wands. It's, honestly, I hate to say this. Because I'd like, when she sent out her little thing saying, I love you, Daddy, and that sort of thing. It's not that she doesn't love her dad, but it's not even on her radar. She's busy. She's busy building hotels and making money and, being a mom and living her best life. It's almost like, the 3 of Pentacles would be Ivanka, Don Jr., and Eric, and this is the will. If he's shot and killed, she's going to get some more money that's split between her and her 2 brothers type of thing here. There's just... I really want to say that she's upset that somebody took a shot at her father, but I'm just not getting that. She's just busy with her own life. This could be the Trump family, and it's about the money that they make and the fighting and the competition that they have. Oh, I feel dirty. This would not be my family. In the past, we had the Fool card. Yeah, it may not be answering the question. It just might be where she is right now. Making plans, very busy, plans to make money. This is her and Jared taking off from the White House and starting their own life away from Donald Trump. Current situation is the Five of Swords. It's, there's almost, I hate to say this. There's this vibe of winner takes all. Kind of what did you expect was going to happen? If Donald Trump wins the election, she doesn't have to worry about Donald Trump. Donald Trump's not going to come after her. He's got other people. He's got other fish to fry. And they've got theirs, and they're going to be amongst the global elites, if you will. And if Donald Trump doesn't win, well, they still have theirs. They don't have to worry about it. But I was asking about the shooting, and it's just sort of like there's like this indifference. Like, it doesn't matter if he's shot at or not. I hate saying this. I mean, where's the emotion cards here? Where are my cups? Where are my cups? There they are. The overarching energy is the Six of Cups. Now, here's the father-daughter. Here's the nostalgia of, the father-daughter dance or something like that. Now, not to get really, really creepy, but we've got that refiling of the rape case against Donald Trump by the 13-year-old. And, Ivanka was right around that age when it happened. And Trump keeps making creepy-ass statements about his daughter. There could be some... if anything happened, and I'm not saying anything happened, all right? But if anything happened, it could lead to cards that look like this. Because, you have to kind of put up with the old perv if something like that was happening. And again, maybe nothing happened. Maybe he's just being really pervy or something along those lines. But nothing actually going beyond that. That it's like she just doesn't care about him. Because she no longer needs to be around him to inherit money. She's got her own. And that would lead to cards that I'm seeing here. I've got my own money. I got my own life. My family's happy. We left. What happens to you happens to you. Yeah, we're related. And maybe there's some good times when I was a little girl and you were my dad. But, again, if there were any creepy times... The lesson to be learned is the Three of Wands. She's been waiting to leave. She's taken advantage of her life station, and advantage of being a Trump to help launch her clothing line and her cosmetic line or whatever she did. She took advantage of that and took advantage of that Trump name, but she's left that life behind. So it's almost like Donald Trump, in a spiritual sense, he's kind of like this, he's like a metaphor. He's not a real person. There's no real emotional attachment here. He's just kind of a metaphor, something that, it's a memory from a previous life or something. There's just not a strong emotional attachment here. How come it's the Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, I mean, basically what I'm saying is she's left that life. She left him behind and she and Jared struck out on their own. Things are going well for them. Trump is reaping what he sows. Yeah, he's my father, and there might be memories there, but it's just Wheel of Fortune. It's just literally, what comes around goes around. It's almost like it would be really interesting to have a conversation with her about this. Not that that will ever happen, but it would be so interesting to hear her true philosophical musings on this. Would she be the type that would say, well, you stoke that much violence, stuff like that's going to happen to you. You got to be careful. I mean, that is a wild reading. That is not what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but that wasn't it. It's literally, she's much more concerned about what's going on in her world. But that makes sense. Trump has described Ivanka as the one being most like him. which means she's the most malignant narcissist out of the group of malignant narcissists that are the Trump spawn. And how would Donald Trump have reacted if somebody took a shot at his dad? He'd be upset, but he'd be thinking, wow, I'm that much closer to inheriting the family fortune. Now, imagine if Donald Trump had his own money and his father, if Trump Sr. had given Donald Trump all that money and now, there's not much money left. Oh, somebody took a shot at the old man. Oh, well, stuff like that happens. It's kind of like that. That's creepy. Ew. Again, entertainment purposes only. What do I know? Again, I'm just some random dude on the internet throwing tarot cards. This may in no way, shape, or form represent Ivanka Trump's true feelings towards her father. This is just me throwing cards and trying to interpret them. Don't need to be sued by anybody. How will this impact her going forward? Again, entertainment purposes only. By that last spread, it shouldn't impact her at all. Queen of Wands. Yeah, just going forward, making decisions. Maybe, she might up security around her family. But, they're so removed from it that they don't have to worry about this. That's the vibe I'm getting. Knight of Cups. Okay. Yeah. Send out the messaging to show that she cares about her father. Strength card. Just like Melania. Walking away. And the Devil card. I think in some ways, it's justifying the decision that she and Jared made to walk away. This is like her social media offering her thoughts and prayers to her father. I love you, Daddy, thoughts and prayers type of thing. But she's on the move. She made the right call in walking away from this situation. She's going to get out unscathed. She might be a little bit worried about her family just because of that. And they might take extra precautions for security for their family. But I don't think they need to take that much because they're already out of the picture. They're not targets. And it's kind of like, the MAGA folks, they're going to like Ivanka because she was there for all the good times and she's not there now when there's anxiety. She's just not there. So it's like they don't have expectations that she needs to be there. So they'll look upon her fondly in their memories about her because she was there for the good times, but they're not going to hold her accountable for any disappointments that they're currently exhibiting, if that makes any sense. Ivanka and Jared played this right. They stayed as long as they could. They got out of Dodge. They got a bunch of money in the form of a hedge fund from the Saudis. Jared makes, $50 million a year managing that hedge fund. And they're out there living their best lives. They're financially independent from Donald Trump. So if he goes bankrupt, they're not impacted. And if he somehow manages to sell Truth Social shares and gets a couple $1 billion and then passes, well, if there's any money left over, she'll get a nice little pop in her pocketbook from that. But she's out there living her best life. She's most like him. It's a business decision. Anyways, thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.